Hello and welcome to the video view of Masters of the Universe Clawful. Now, this version of Clawful is actually my second version. I picked him up on eBay for about $4. And just in advance, I'd like to apologize my review station. This is more than likely going to be my permanent review station. It's a little bit wobbly. But this guy I picked up on eBay for about $4. I had another one that did not have the armor. This guy had the armor. I took the armor off him, put it on him because he was in better shape. But as you can kind of see, that's why the plastic doesn't really match up. This is all really shiny. And I'm not sure how well it's coming off on camera, but definitely in hand you can kind of see where the armor sat. And it definitely faded the figure. But this Clawful's not bad without his armor, and I do not have the mace for either of them. Kind of see, his feet are a little bit warped. This toe, I guess you would call it, or claw, is a little bit warped. So he does not stand very well. And I did have to replace the band in here, and it snapped on the original band. And this hip did not go back in the way it was supposed to. I can push it in, and it just pops right back out. So he does kind of have that gangster lean to him. But it is tight. But main thing is the hip didn't go in right, and the toe is badly warped, so it doesn't want to stand correctly. But yeah, and he is in that 5.5 inch scale. And give me 1 second, I'll show you a comparison between two figures that would have been out during the same time. We have G1 Astro Train and Vintage GoBots Royalty. As I knock Clawful over. Come on, came for me, buddy. Move these in the frame so you can see him. And as you can see, comparatively, he's a little bit smaller for an action figure. But compared to, GoBots, Super GoBots is obviously taller, but normal GoBots quite a bit smaller. G1 Astro Train is not the biggest Transformer. He's about the same, almost the same height, just a little bit taller. Get these guys out of the way. And then we'll move on to articulation. Now, he does not have a whole lot of articulation. He does have the spring-loaded waist here that does work. And the spring is a little loose. It's tighter on my other one, so it does not want to stay very well. And this claw on this one, if you can see it, is a little bit loose, but it still works. The spring is still very tight in there. Arms can do a full 360. Same with his other arm. And this claw is not articulated, it's just a solid piece. Head can do a full 360. And his head is a little bit of squishier plastic. You can kind of squish it, so I'd definitely be careful of that. Hips are on those bands, they can move outward. The band on mine is really tight, so you're not going to get a whole lot of movement out of these bands, but for the age of the figure, they're not very articulated. And because of this big claw, he does have some trouble standing. But all in all, he's a good figure. If you can get him for about $10, maybe 15 with those accessories. This is a 1983 release. If he had the Skeletor legs, he'd be worth a little bit more, maybe more of a rarity, but again, I paid a couple bucks for him. This has been a Prussian Night review of Masters of the Universe Vintage Clawful. Like if you liked the video, comment and tell me what I could do more, and subscribe if you feel like it. Thank you for watching.